Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our monthly end of the month live. Happy January 31st, last day of January. Yeah, we're excited to give out $1,000 grants today. We're excited to see so many of you already tuned in. So we've got grants to give out. We've got a special announcement in a couple minutes and some more grants. But as always, I'm here with Brian. Brian, how's it going with you?
I'm doing good. It's been a great week so far. Happy to be here. Yeah, how's New York treating you?
New York's going well. We're getting our first little bit of snow today. So
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah. And how's everyone else doing? Where are you? Where's everyone tuning in? I see a lot of states, Ohio, Illinois, Arkansas. Drop in where you're watching from. And just want to say a special thank you to everyone who always tunes in early for these. Certainly this is the most popular live we do every month because we're giving out grants to you. Happens to be $1,000 grants today. So shout out to all of you who come early and then who like this video and leave comments because it really helps us. Turns out, Brian, we've talked about this, but these are some of our most popular videos now, these lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it makes sense, especially for all of you that are on it, like during the live, because you get to interact with us. We get to respond to people live, which is great. But yeah, it's interesting that people will come back afterwards and watch it as well.
Yeah, it's great to drop in and since it's the end of the month, end of the first month of 2023, curious how it's gone for you, and are you happy with how the first month went personally or for your business? Would love to hear. We'll also answer some questions as well, so we're not going to make people wait to pick out the grants today, but again, drop in where you're watching from. The reason we ask for that every time we go live is because this month, Brian, you can speak to this. We found a ton of grants. We even found a lot of local. My dog is now playing with her toy here. She's excited for this live as well. She's got her Lammy stuffed animal. We found a ton of grants in January. I think it's grant season. So when you put in your city and state, we take this back to the team and we start to look, okay, anything in Bakersfield, anything in Dallas, anything in St. Louis. Seriously, we do that all the time. We'll often won't talk about like local specific grants on these national lives, but on our app, Hello Skip in the App Store and Google Play, we put in a lot of local grants and we've got a lot more coming out there. So that's it. So thanks to everyone chiming in. Okay, so you notice Brian and I are wearing our Skip hoodies today. We've talked about them a lot of times. And we've got our Skip mugs as well here. So, we are going to give out a handful of hoodies and mugs for the first time. We've talked about it for a few months now. I've never done it. So if you go to skipmug.com today, skipmug.com, I'll leave it below. Just put in your email. We're going to pick some winners again. All of you who've tuned in early, we're not going to mention it again on this live. So maybe we will at the end. But skipmug.com, put in your email. We're going to pick a handful of winners to send a hoodie and a mug to. We'll follow up. We'll ask for your size. But yeah, so there you go. You'll be one of the first outside of the Skip team to have one of these. And all right.
Wow, we have a lot of people. We only got 100 watching so far, but man, it seems like all 100 of you are in the chat here. Everyone got people from all over the country. It's crazy how many people have been telling us where you're from. Yeah, we actually just talked about a Hawaii grant. I don't see anyone from Hawaii at the moment, but yeah, we were just bringing that one up because there was some really great opportunities there. That's one of the things that when you are a Skip member, wherever you're at, will help you find stuff that's more local to you. Because like Ryder said, we're not going to talk about the grant that's maybe in Merced, the grant in Kentucky, because it's just not relevant for everyone here. But we do know how to find them for you. So that is one thing that we specialize in.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's give out $1,000. We've got $3,000 grants to give out today. don't worry. We're going to do more in the future. This is the promise Brian and I made in December. We talked about how, the quick backstory. We've been giving out grants for over 2 years, 2 years and 3 months, donating our YouTube revenue back to you as a subscriber of the channel, as a user of the Skip app. And so we're sticking with it. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here till EIDL loans reach maturity in 2050. Well, some of us will be here. Hopefully we'll all be here then. So what was my point? Oh yeah, we're giving out grants today. We're going to give out more next month. And in the description today, we'll talk about this in a minute. We have 4 other grants that we've talked about in videos this month. 4 grants in the description. I'll show you in a minute. They're great. Okay, so if you haven't entered, let's say the Barclays grant, right? Yeah.
Real quick, Ryder. I was thinking, it'd be great maybe just to ask. I'm sure most of you are business owners, but sometimes people come in that are want to be business owners. So I'm going to put a poll in the chat real quick just to see, are you a business owner? Are you not? Or are you hoping to be one soon? It'd be good to see that, just kind of the beginning of the year, if people are thinking about that, or if that's who do we have here in the comments? We'd love to know. So I'm gonna ask you guys right now. So just let us know. I'd love to know.
Absolutely.
Especially people that are thinking about starting a business, because this $1,000 grant could be perfect for that. You start up your LLC, get your website going. It's just a perfect startup funding for so many different types of businesses these days.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's we're both half glass full people, and I think we may talk about the macro economy in a few minutes, but we always believe that the number of business owners will only increase despite interest rates going up, despite a lot of these macroeconomic factors. It's still a great time to start a business. And even if your business is having a difficult time now, there's still a lot of ways to navigate, right? Maybe you need funding, a little bit of funding now. Maybe you just need to focus on getting more customers, or just focus on getting some of these Skip grants. And with that note, let me pull up here our what we got here. All right, we're gonna pick our first. Without further ado, we're gonna pick our first $1,000 winner. We had 1,100, almost 1,200 folks enter our 1,000 grants giveaway every month at helloskip.com/1K. You can enter there. It takes a few seconds. So we haven't put up February's grant yet. We'll do that later this week. But anyway, let's pick the first winner here. I picked the random number, and we'll do a drum roll here because it just appears automatically there. Number 887. Let's see who it is. This is the first $1,000 winner. Hopefully it's one of you watching. And let's see here. 887. We'll also email all the winners as well. Even if you don't win today, again, there's a lot more opportunities to win $1,000. And it's all when you watch the ad. If you watched an ad for today's video, it's thanks to that we can give these grants out.
That's right.
Raina B, you are the winner. Raina B, RENA-B, congrats.
Raina B, congratulations.
Yeah,
$1,000.
Your business is creative counseling. Creative counseling is your business. So hopefully
awesome. That's great.
We'll go to that business. And Raina, congrats. You're the first $1,000 winner of Skip in 2023.
Yeah, that's great. All right. So we do have some information here on that poll, Ryder. We have 90% of you say that you are business owners, which makes sense. That's going to be the majority, and then only 2% say no. So only a couple of you that aren't even planning on it. I would ask, why not? And then 7% will be soon. So it looks like we do have a sizable amount of people that are looking to start your business, which is really cool. That's like Ryder was just saying, businesses are being started at record rates these days. So that's a really great thing to be taking your future into your own hands and starting that journey. We wish you luck. We hope that we can help you, whether it's through our grants, whether it's through our blogs, Ryder's videos, a lot of resources there. But yeah, congrats, Raina B, $1,000. If you are they in the comments here? Make sure to speak up if you are.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, Raina, if you're watching, would love to hear. Hopefully. Okay. Thanks for the poll results. Yeah. And, before we pick the next $1,000 winner, let's just talk about the 4 other grants that people should know about. So first of all, they're in the description of this video with the due dates and with what, so I'll start with the most important one. Let me go back to share screen here. And which one should we start with? The Galaxy of Stars. Okay, many of you know about this. They do this every few months. So if you click the link in the description, you'll get to a screen like this: $2,750 grants for minority and women-owned businesses. Click save. You've added it to your skip tracker. A lot of you know this. That's new from the fall. Then we give a summary. Okay, so did these close yesterday, Brian?
Oh, it looks like that one closed yesterday. I think
batch.
they're picking their. Maybe we can go to their website.
Yeah, we'll go to their website because they do different batches. Maybe we're on the next batch now.
Or the deadline was yesterday. Dang it. Okay.
So false alarms. This is why. Hopefully, the second one you should know about is the $60K. This is hugely popular. We've had a few thousand people enter already. The $60,000 Barclays Small Business Grant. How many winners are they picking, Brian? 60.
60 winners, yes, from $2,000 to up to $60,000. There's a $40,000 grant, a $20,000 grant, lots of $2,000 grants, and some more in between.
Yes, and probably a lot of you watching here have applied for this because we talked about it a couple times now. And we've also been helping people. Even if you're not a Skip member, many of you are. You work with us quarterly to help you get funding or grow your business. But if you're not a member, we will help you with this grant. We'll help formulate your 500-word story that you need to submit. And so the link to get help for this Barclays grant, again, if you're interested in it, is in the description. We'll help you craft your story, basically maximize your chances of winning the grant. And Brian, what do you think? You look at grants every single day. Where does this rank compared to other grants this year?
Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. Everyone should be applying for this one because the 500-word story about your business, that's really the only hard part about this, and everybody should have that for their business. If you're thinking about starting a business, if you have your business and you don't have a little summary of your origins, your beginnings, then that's something you need to get down because it's just so important, especially these days, to connect with people and have them connect with your story. People care a lot about, where are you from? What do you stand for? What are the things that you align with? People care about that. And, if you haven't even thought about that yet, good luck trying to win a grant because everyone's thinking about that's looking for grants. They're trying to position themselves to have a story that's compelling. So after that, you have 60 grants that you can apply for. I mean, the amount of people that are applying for this one, it might not be the best odds ever, but it's a lot better than the ones that just give out one grant or so. So this is one of the best ones we've definitely seen. And $60,000, $40,000, that's life-changing money. That you can do so much with that. Yeah. So this is a great grant.
We've had a few past winners message us, including one I was fortunate enough to speak with last week who won $2,000, right. And she said, run, don't walk towards this grant. She highly encouraged it. She had a great story. Heard the story she put together, making it about herself, making it concise. So you cut out all the fluff words. Just make.
Was there anything that she shared with you that maybe we could give people pointers there?
Yeah, think about your why behind the business, just your basics. I mean, we'll go over that. If I think there's tips here under pro tip on the screen here, we say here are examples of business stories. So there's a lot on that link as well. And then if you want help from our team, you can get it as well. So absolutely. For advertising, someone in the comments here is I need a grant to advertise. That's what a lot of you are looking for now. How do you improve your marketing? Better to Care LLC. I love this. 2023 is the year of growth. That's a good one. Yeah. And okay, let me do the other grants you should know about this month. The 10K Feed the Soul grant. Again, link in the description. Here are the details. there's one $10,000 grant. You must be a U.S. based Black or Latino owned culinary business. So if that's you, links in the description. Applications are due today. Right. So if you know a culinary business, tell them to apply for this, or share it with them. They can decide if they want to apply for it or not. And the fourth one, before we give out two more $1,000 grants, is the Target 5K Target Accelerator Grant. Talked about this in a video last week. Brian, you want to share the details here?
Yeah, this one was a really cool one. So this one, they have two different ones. They have if you have both are for physical products. So if you have a physical product, that you're selling at farmers market, stuff like that, and you want to get it in retail, this is perfect for that. So if you're very new, they have a program for you there. And also if you're more mature, but maybe you're just trying to scale up and get that into, they have two different paths for you there. So this is either a 6 or 10-week accelerator based on that. The 10-week is for the more newer brand, and they want to partner with you because they want to have more brands in their store. I mean, there's some backstory there. I don't need to get too into it, but basically they were creating their own brands. And I think they maybe got in a little bit of trouble in the same ways that Amazon did, of just like only promoting their own stuff so much. So they're trying to diversify a bit and get some other people's products in their stores. So this is a great one. It is due in a couple days, but you still do have time for this one. Yeah, sole proprietors are not allowed for the Target grant. We had someone in the comments just mentioned that. That's true. You need to be an LLC, B Corp, or a C Corp. So yeah, there's some things there, but that's the kind of stuff that if you're trying to get serious and get your stuff in retail stores, that you should be thinking about. That and there's a whole list of stuff. Funding being definitely at the top of that. But yeah, that's a good one to do. Ryder, do we want to maybe do the second grant here pretty soon, or anything else on this one you wanted to mention?
No. Yeah. So those are all, again, just to reiterate, maybe you mentioned, Brian, but Target 5K grants due February 3rd. So again, all these 4 grants, one due yesterday. So it's maybe a good reminder. Be sure you're plugged in here, or be sure you're on the app as well. We're starting to give out push notifications every once in a while. If for example, you say you're interested in a grant, but you forget to apply, we'll remind you. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons. Actually, we heard this, Brian, in our end of the year survey.
Mm-hmm.
Like people, one of the common responses was, I wanted to apply for more funding. You wanted to do more, right? You started the year with a lot of intention, but then you forgot to actually submit the application. And that's like human behavior in general, right?
That's one of the big hurdles with starting something new, with starting a new habit, with starting down that path of getting serious about what you're doing, is like actually following through and taking those steps. So we want to do everything that we can to get you past those first moments. If you are one of those 7% of people that are looking to start the business, we want to help remind you about stuff like that.
Michael asks, is there funding for gig workers? The answer is, if you yes, and if you enter our grants, yes, you may win $1,000 from us. So Michael, hope you entered. If not, but yes, maybe we can talk about that. But let me pick our second $1,000 winner here. Again, no fancy animation today, but I'm just going to pick the number and announce the name. Here we go. Number 352. Let's see who has won second $1,000 grant. And
all right, drum roll there.
All right, here we go. Robin G. Robin G. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Robin
if
G.
you are here today, let us know.
Congrats. All right, you're the second $1,000 winner, and we'll email all the winners. So Raina and Robin G so far are the two winners. We got one more $1,000 grant to give out today. And what about gig workers? We have how many of you watching are gig workers or have done gig work? Maybe you have one of the things I've seen a lot when I talk with business owners is a lot of you have multiple things. I'm always impressed by that. People have multiple things, irons in the fire, if you will. Yeah. What's your take
definitely.
on that?
Whoever said they were a gig worker. Yeah, whoever said that they're a gig worker, please share, the kind of stuff that you're doing. That's definitely when you're starting a business, you have a skill, you have a product, and you want to grow that brand that you have. But then oftentimes that skill or product is something that you can use to market yourself gig work wise and supplement that income until you have that um, your company making enough income for yourself. So that makes a lot of sense. I would imagine, somewhere around, 30 to 40, maybe even 50% of people in here, I would guess would also have done gig, some capacity of gig work in their entrepreneurial journey. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Lindsay, you're a business owner, gig worker. Great to see. Yeah, a lot of you do both. Uh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And speaking of gig work, Brian, before we pick our next $1,000 winner, I mean, you had some thoughts on the recession.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, share what
Yeah.
share your hot takes.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, real quick. Someone did before I do that, real quick. Someone asked, "How do you win?" So you're going to go to helloskip.com/1K. Right now, it's too late to win for today, but we're going to get that ready for next month. Next week on our live, we'll have that ready and open for the February grants that we'll be giving away. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. But yeah, one thing that Ryder and I were looking at was there's a couple different interesting things about the economy. We're looking at like recession. Are we in one? Are we not in one? But then there's just like what's more interesting. Yeah, is some of these more key indicators like the people's savings accounts. What about the labor force? And you know, um, we've been talking a lot about these layoffs in the tech industry. There's been I think over 100,000 people like over the last couple months or so that have been laid off in the tech industry. And while that is horrible, and we definitely, our hearts go out to the people that have lost their jobs, I think putting that into the larger context of the U.S. economy, that's 165 million. That's not even 0.5%, because the job force and the is actually still is still strong right now in the American economy. Despite a few layoffs here and there, there's not massive layoffs widespread yet. And we were thinking, me and Ryder were just thinking, like how is that important for business owners? What do you care about that for? But I was thinking, a lot of these people in the tech industries, they're working for these companies that are some of the most successful and innovative companies in the world right now, in Silicon Valley and other places, in Austin, just around the country. And, having someone like that on your team to help your small business, like remotely, whether it's consulting, whether it's full-time, part-time, all that kind of stuff, a lot of people that have some really great skills and insights into how businesses work are looking for maybe gig work right now. Maybe they're looking for jobs. So I was thinking, depending on what it is that your job needs or your company needs, there might be just an opportunity there for people that are looking to help companies grow right now. So that was kind of my thoughts. What do you think, Ryder?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think there's some interesting things that are happening. I pulled up the later. Oh, let me pull up this
Yeah.
labor
What
shortage
was that
industry.
graph?
So
Yeah.
two main factors, Brian. You just mentioned them, but one is, of course, the people have had a lot of savings. Right, we printed six
Mm,
trillion dollars. Therefore, a lot. You could see after every stimulus check, there was a spike in savings. So over the past year and a half, 2 years, people have been drawing down on those savings. So consumer spending remained pretty robust. Housing and car purchases have gone down. That's a factor of rising interest rates. But consumer spending stayed pretty strong because we printed $6 trillion. But that's going down. And meanwhile, as you just mentioned, Brian, the labor has still remained competitive, but it varies by sector. I think this is the important nuance here.
mm,
So when we see like the tech industry is just a minuscule part of the overall
yeah.
economy. I mean, when we see wholesale and retail trade has over 60%, uh, unfulfilled job openings in wholesale and
Yeah. That
retail
makes
business,
sense.
and
Yeah.
manufacturing 50%, leisure and hospitality 50%. So, of course, if demand for these industries goes down, then so will uh, the demand for new workers. So I think maybe this is a lagging indicator where if consumers are
Right.
starting to spend less in retail, leisure, hospitality, going into the spring, going into the summer, there'll be less demand. So, things basically this will happen. This is a hard chart to read from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, but this shows unemployment rate by industry, and yeah, it's interesting to see leisure and hospitality around 6%. So yeah, very industry specific in terms of how, unemployment and where there's a lot of demand for jobs.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Another thing too that just came to mind looking at these industries that maybe need that have needs for for people, like solving these types of needs for these industries. I mean, that right there would be a lucrative idea in itself. If you can help solve some of these problems that these companies have, whether it's their technology or just or just servicing these industries that have a need. That could be, just a great idea for those of you that are looking to start businesses. Look at the ones that are growing, that have needs, and see how you can fill it. That's definitely like how Ryder started his businesses, looking at where are the needs, what problems are you solving. So this data can be really great for people that are just trying to think about what to do next with their business.
Absolutely. So, yeah. I think it's one of the things we try to pull out in our blog posts and videos, some of the data. All right. Should we pick on another $1,000 grant winner?
Of course. Yeah. Well, here, let me see. We have 88 likes on this video. I would say I would love it to see. I would love to see 100 likes. We have 133 people watching, but we only have 88 likes. So maybe if we can get to
before we pick the next winner,
go 80. Yeah.
So we're
there we go. 92. We're at 92. Yeah, we're getting everyone. We appreciate it. Yeah, like Ryder said, the ads that are on our videos, that's where this money comes from. So we really do appreciate it. We get more people in here. We're able to do this and make it more sustainable. So thank you guys so much for doing that. We did just hit 100 likes. There's not Ryder. So I say
nice.
I say
keep hitting it. Let's do it. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. I'm not sure if other creators say this, but certainly one of the things that's been in the news is Google, right? Google just did a major round of layoffs. A lot of that is from the YouTube side of things, and their ad revenue is down, right? Because businesses are spending less on advertising. These are all marketing effects. So anyway, maybe you're seeing less ads on YouTube because advertisers are like, oh, we got to try something different. All right. We got over 100 likes.
We did. Oh yeah, we're at 114 now. Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, before we pick that $1,000 winner, one more plug, for all of you if you want to have one of the first Skip hoodies or Skip mugs, go to skipmug.com. That's all I'll say. So we're going to pick winners the next couple of days.
And if you do, take a photo. We'll share it on our social medias. We would love to see that.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, absolutely. All right, $1,000 winner today. Let's see here. Winner number 3. Ooh, here we go. Number 379. 379. Let's see who it is. This is someone who entered probably a couple weeks ago. Okay. 379. Okay.
And just
Nubian
for everyone, just so you or go on. Sorry, Ryder, go on.
Oh, no. Yeah, Nubian S is the $1,000 winner. Nubian
S. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nubian S. Let us know if you're here. But I was just going to mention, we do it now that every single month you have to apply again. We had it before. We had it where we had a giant pool of people, but we're now rewarding people that are staying up to date. And all of you that are here, you're going to have a lot better chances because you have to apply every month rather than just have 40,000 people. It's going to be a little bit of a smaller pool there. So make sure you guys come back next week and enter for our February grants.
Absolutely. And the reason we do this is, we'll give out a little bit of our own money, but we shared 4 grants that have deeper pockets than us, particularly Barclays, major bank, 60 grants between $2,000 and $60,000. So hopefully you've entered there and you have a nice 500-word story that you can not only use for that application, but use in your marketing, use for customers. People want to hear your story. Brian, what's your story? I don't want to put you on the spot. Maybe next time we share our stories, right?
That'd be great. Yeah. We've definitely shared Skip's story a bit, but yeah, that we always like, kind of retelling that story as it evolves. Yeah.
Absolutely. And anything else, Brian, for today that we wanted to mention? Just, I personally want to say thank you to everyone who shows up every week on our lives. Whenever you show up, it really means so much to not only Brian and I, but our entire team. It's really important. It's the team works so hard to find grants, to find new partners, to help you in your business. So yeah, it's a lot happening.
Yep.
So I just want to say that.
Yeah, I have something real quick. Ryder released a video yesterday, and he had a little clip in it from a podcast that he just did with a business owner that was talking about how she split up her revenue from just doing design work business and then also teaching people that design work business and using social media to grow that, getting two different forms of income, which is just, I think for business owners, that's just a really important thing to be thinking about right now. Not just, what's the service that you can do for people for your skill, but what can you do to monetize, the knowledge you have there. So if you are on our Skip app, if you download it, there's the full interview there that we have just for people on our app, because we do exclusive content just for people that have the app. So if you're on the app, you can go to the Knowledge Center, and we have a full 45-minute interview on how someone very successfully did this just over the last couple of years. So, but yeah, just wanted to plug that real quick, Ryder.
That's a great one. Yeah, it was a fun interview, but very inspiring too. And yeah, great to see so many of you this week, as always. And thanks, Brian. Yeah, I'm personally excited about all the grants we got to talk about in January. But I think February is, even though it's a short month, it's going to be even better.
Yep. Excited for it.
All right. Congrats to the winners, Raina, Robin, and Nubian, and to all the future winners. And if any of you have won the other grants we've talked about, would love to hear. But most importantly, until next time, thanks for all your support, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you. See you guys.
Bye, everyone.